Okay, we're talking about the 50-150 phenomenon that I've coined. Okay, so by increasing your effort by 50%, you'll get an increase in sales by 150%. So by increasing the prospecting by 50%, doing 50% more volume, okay, whether that's cold calling, door knocking, just increasing the amount of cold calls and people reached out to by 50%, we will get a 150% increase in total sales. Because statistics would say if you increase by 50%, you're going to sell 50% more. I'm going to show you how that is false. Here's case in point. Okay, let's say we are knocking 100 doors a day, cold calling in the form of door knocking. All right, so 100 doors per day. Okay, and on average, that's going to get us in front of 30 decision makers at a 30% answer rate. And then we will set on average 6 appointments with a 20% set rate. And then from those 6 sets, 3 people will actually meet. All right, which is a 50% sit rate, of which at a 33% close rate, we'll get 1 sale, 1 closed deal. So assuming we increase our input, okay, what's 100% in our control, the volume game, which is doors knocked, okay? This is not fully in our control. This is. So by increasing this by just 50%, nothing crazy, 150 doors per day, okay? Here's what happens. So instead of 100, we're at 150 doors, all right? That will be the same answer rate, nothing changes, so that gets us 50 decision makers. That gets us in front of 50 people with a 30% answer rate, okay? Now here's the cool thing. The set rate goes up 7% because of practice. We're talking to way more people every single day. With that kind of volume, you get a little bit better. 7% is not drastic, but it's a little bit, okay? So we go from 20% set rate to 27% set rate. Here's what happens. So 27% of 50 decision makers means you get 13 and some change. So like 13.5 sets. I just rounded down. Now the sit rate, let's assume it's still 50%. This can also go up, but I'm playing devil's advocate, okay? But 50% sit rate means we get 6 to 6.5. Again, I rounded down. And again, here's another change. The close rate, because we're getting more practice, we're pitching more people, we're presenting to more people, we get better. Just a 7% rate increase. We're going from a 33% close rate to 40%. Nothing drastic, okay? Now look what happens. 40% of 6.5 and some change is 2.5 or higher, which 2.5, that's 2.5 sales, okay? On average, if you multiply this out over 100 days, that's 250 sales versus 100 sales. Now look, 2.5 is a 150% increase from 1 sale. Hence, the 50% increase in input will lead to a 150% increase in output. Playing the volume game is one of the best ways to actually get better, not just at talking to more people, right? But at setting and closing, okay? The volume game is going to win on both sides of playing the numbers game, rolling the dice more, and reducing the amount of sides on your dice, hence increasing your close rate and your set rate.